It is rain here in Atlanta, and what I'm really watching closely, well, really two parts of it. Number one, this area that is still in the wedge, that is still getting into some sleet and also some freezing rain. But the other part I'm watching too is the back edge of this that's already moved through northwest Georgia. And so this back edge is going to keep pushing through Atlanta. So we're really thinking within the next couple of hours, we're going to see this wave of rain that is going to be ending for us. And that would be a good thing to go ahead and just get this out of here, and then we wouldn't have to worry about additional freezing rain or any sleet. We will just get the precip out of here, and then our focus is going to be on the temperatures and when they'll return to below freezing and then be well below freezing here by tomorrow morning. So it's just this wave of mainly rain here in Atlanta is trying to work over this wedge that is in northeast Georgia. And you can kind of see how, notice how it was a pretty big shield of 2 hours ago, a big shield of that pink color there. But notice how the green is kind of taking over it, and you're seeing some of that pink disappear. And that's where those temperatures are trying to get to and a little bit above freezing, so that that would be changing over to all rain, rather than when that system moved through and the onset of that with this second wave this afternoon came in first as the onset of precip being sleet and then changing over to freezing rain. So this is adding more layers to the ice that's already in place in northeast Georgia. And we're seeing the power outages come up there in northeast Georgia, not only with this additional ice, but also from the wind in association with that too. Also here in Atlanta, this is mainly just rain. And so you see how that green is kind of taking over that pink here a little bit. Athens is still right at or a little bit below freezing. Elberton also trying to get up above freezing there too. Here is the model showing, actually the radar algorithm is showing here with those temperatures that we're seeing these temperatures near freezing, North Fulton over into Gwinnett County. And so we're going to keep seeing those temperatures hopefully going up a little bit more. We've got rain to the west of us, just watching that back edge that's going to keep on moving through our area here. Temperatures, of course, very important. Now, we have wet roads, but people are trying to drive on them here in Atlanta. There's that wedge, 32 in Gainesville, 31 in Athens, but we're 36 here. And I'm thinking, Melissa, we're going to stay above freezing here until around midnight before we drop to freezing and then drop to the mid-20s by tomorrow morning.
So in Atlanta, Chris, this evening, as the moisture clears out, the roads will still be wet, and we got to wait for that 6-hour window to hope that the winds can dry out the surface. But where we have yet to climb above freezing this afternoon, the ground is also still below freezing. These are our road temperatures. I've just got new data from GDOT here, and all across that northeastern side of the metro and up through northeast Georgia, we're at or below freezing. It's 32 near the way station there in Livonia. Out by the Outlet Mall, it's 31, 32 in Gainesville, Buford Highway, Georgia 400 there by Lake Lanier, it's 32, and 31 at I-85 and Jimmy Carter Boulevard. So that means that any roads that are not treated with brine could very well be icy at the moment with freezing rain coming down. And especially this evening, we're going to be watching those bridges and overpasses. That will be the first ones by midnight that will start to turn slick and icy, perhaps ice covered by first thing tomorrow morning, even in places that are not getting freezing rain now. And that's because even though we've warmed up this afternoon, as we go through the overnight, those air temperatures are going to cool off, and those bridges and overpasses cool the quickest as well. See, the road takes a lot longer to kind of lose that heating of the day, but bridges and overpasses have that cold air rushing under them and over them, so they're losing that heat much quicker, and that's why we'll see those be the first ones, if they're not treated, turn slick and icy overnight tonight. So again, we're still watching that freezing rain north and east. The precipitation starting to end in northwest Georgia, and Chris will be winding down everywhere by 8. And then we watch those icy roads and the power outages that will increase under the weight of that additional freezing rain.
And here's the forecast track, and this is the modeling that gets us to about 8 o'clock tonight. And there you can see how that rain is already going to be pushing out of our area with, again, those temperatures in northeast Georgia just barely above freezing for a brief period. This model's saying we'll get up to 41 at 8 o'clock. We'll wait and see if that's actually going to happen here. But then dropping to near freezing at 1 o'clock in the morning here. But look at Duluth. You're going to be at 30 degrees at 1 o'clock in the morning. Gainesville, 32. How about these 20s in Marietta, Canton, Rome and Dalton. This time, the cold air is going to be coming from the north and west rather than the north and east. So compare 39 in Eatonton at 1 o'clock tonight to 26 in Rome. So these are the 20s that are going to be pushing in this way. This model showing us getting down into the lower 20s here tomorrow morning. So we're really hoping we're going to have that opportunity to dry out during the evening hours tonight. Once we get that rain out of here, maybe around 6 o'clock. And then behind that, some wind will hopefully help to dry up some of these roads before they refreeze, most likely after midnight. And then anything would stay frozen in here till tomorrow morning.